So listen, this is a video response to this, whatever your name is here. Probably the best way to explain this to you is to say that feminism as an ideology says one thing, but does completely different things. For example, they say that they believe in equality of the sexes, but fight tooth and nail against reproductive rights for men, which frankly is about as clear-cut a case of discrimination as you could possibly get. Another one would be, for example, affirmative action. The whole idea of requiring people to basically to require people to hire people based on their sex, based on their gender, or their race, or whatever. It is discrimination. By law, it's discrimination. There's absolutely no justification for it. But the main point that I really wanted to get to here is your whole, I guess, not being able to comprehend the whole idea of the term feminazi. The one thing that you really have to keep in mind here is that the feminist movement has followed very, very closely, actually, the exact same program that the Nazi Party did with the Jews back in the 30s. They are currently, right now, in the process of demonizing or dehumanizing men. You go on YouTube and you'll find all sorts of people with videos talking about how they can't understand why men are being bashed all the time. They can't understand why everybody hates men. Feminists are talking about why they can't understand why everybody thinks they hate men. There's a video on here by some British chick, I can't remember her name, but she talks about how men are completely unable to feel and blah, blah, blah. And this is all done in academic feminist speak. I mean, okay, that's all fine and good. If you want to couch everything in really highfalutin language and call it academic research, by all means do. But I'll tell you what, I'm an MRA. I think that feminism is a complete waste of time. I think it has done more to destroy society than any other force ever in the history of human beings, frankly. And I think it needs to go. And I do not agree with feminism in any way, shape, or form. I like equality. I think that men and women should have the same rights, not the same outcomes, the same rights. If you're all about outcomes, I'll tell you what, I'll believe you're about equality, Mr. and Mrs. Feminist, when you actually start taking your equality of outcomes and actually applying it to things like family court, for example. You cannot cherry pick things that are necessary for change only on the female side of things and then expect everybody to actually believe you when you lie and say you're all about equality. If you are about equality as a feminist, I would challenge you just one major thing that feminism has done for men, specifically for men, that did not benefit women. And that if you can do that, then I will believe that feminism is about equality. No one, in 6 or 7 years of asking, no one has been able to do that. The second thing is that this whole patriarchy theory is basically just code for men. Nobody can tell you who the patriarchy is. There is no such thing. And I guess the third thing that I would say is justifying current actions because of something that somebody told you in university class happened a couple of 100 years ago. First of all, you don't have a fucking clue what's going on in history if you think that women were oppressed for hundreds and hundreds of years. Second of all, it doesn't fucking matter. What happened 100 years ago did not affect me today, and I didn't do it. So why should I, as a person that's alive today, why should I pay for that? There is no reason for it. It's visiting the sins of the father on the son, or whatever the hell that's supposed to be called. You're not justified. Feminism is not justified doing the things that they're doing. They are not doing anything for equality. They are not doing anything other than trying to fill their pockets with even more fucking money and power. Hey, you know what? More power to you. I understand that's human nature, but what I am telling you is I have no desire to fucking help out. Sorry, I'm fighting against you. If that makes me an asshole, that's what happens. Tough.